NOLA Bible Stories.
This is the story of Samson and Delilah, one of the most dramatic tales in the Old Testament. You can find it in the book of Judges, chapters 13 through 16. It is a story about strength, weakness, temptation, and how God still brings victory even through broken people. Let us journey back to ancient Israel, at a time when the people were struggling under the rule of the Philistines, and see how God raised up a man with incredible strength to deliver his people. Long ago, there lived a man named Manoah and his wife. They had no children, but one day the angel of the Lord appeared to them. The angel said, "You will conceive and bear a son. He will be set apart for God from birth. No razor shall touch his head, and he will begin to deliver Israel from the hand of the Philistines." This child was to be a Nazirite, dedicated to God, marked by a special vow. In time, the promise came true. A baby boy was born, and they named him Samson. As Samson grew, the Spirit of the Lord was with him, and his strength became unlike anything anyone had ever seen. Once, a roaring lion came upon him. The Spirit of the Lord filled him, and with his bare hands, Samson tore the lion apart as if it were nothing. Another time, he struck down 1,000 Philistine soldiers, using only the jawbone of a donkey. The Philistines feared him. No one could defeat Samson, for his strength was not ordinary. It was a gift from God. But though Samson was strong in body, his heart was not always strong in wisdom. One day, Samson fell in love with a woman named Delilah, who lived in the valley of Sorek. She was beautiful, but her heart was not loyal to Samson. The Philistine rulers came to Delilah with an offer: trick Samson and find out the secret of his great strength. If you do, we will each give you silver. Delilah agreed. She asked Samson, "Tell me, what makes you so strong? How can you be tied up and made weak?" At first, Samson played games with her. He said, "If I am tied with 7 fresh bowstrings, then I will become weak." So Delilah tied him with bowstrings while he slept. But when the Philistines rushed in, Samson snapped the cords like thread. Delilah pouted. "You lied to me, Samson. Tell me the truth." Again Samson teased her. "If I am tied with new ropes that have never been used, I will become weak." Delilah tried again, binding him while he slept. But when the Philistines came, Samson broke free with ease. A third time she asked. Samson said, "If you weave the 7 locks of my hair into a loom, then I will lose my strength." Delilah wove his hair tightly while he slept. But when the Philistines came, Samson woke and pulled away the loom itself. Delilah grew angry. "How can you say you love me when you will not tell me your secret?" She nagged him day after day, wearing him down with her words until Samson could bear it no longer. At last, Samson revealed the truth. He said, "No razor has ever touched my head. I was set apart to God as a Nazirite from birth. If my hair is cut, my strength will leave me." Delilah knew he had told the truth. She sent word to the Philistine rulers, "Come back once more, for he has told me everything." That night, Samson fell asleep with his head on Delilah's lap. She called for a man to shave off his 7 locks of hair. His strength left him. When the Philistines rushed in, Delilah cried, "Samson, the Philistines are upon you!" Samson awoke, thinking he would shake them off as before, but he did not know that the Lord had departed from him. The Philistines seized him. They bound him in chains, gouged out his eyes, and led him away to prison in Gaza. The mighty warrior who once terrified armies was now blind and broken. Samson was humiliated. In the prison, he was forced to grind grain like an ox. Yet in his suffering, something happened. His hair began to grow again, and his heart turned back to God. One day, the Philistines gathered in a great temple to celebrate their victory. They offered sacrifices to their false god, Dagon, shouting, "Our God has delivered Samson into our hands." They brought Samson out to entertain them. Laughing and mocking, they placed him between the pillars of the temple. Samson prayed, "O Lord God, remember me, I pray. Strengthen me just once more, that I may take revenge on the Philistines for my eyes." With all his might, Samson pushed against the two central pillars. The stones groaned, the ground trembled, and the temple began to fall. The building collapsed on the rulers and all the people inside. Samson died with the Philistines, but in his death, he struck down more of his enemies than he had in his life. And so ends the story of Samson and Delilah, found in Judges chapters 13 through 16. Samson was a man chosen by God, blessed with extraordinary strength. But he allowed temptation to blind him long before his eyes were taken. This story reminds us that our greatest weakness is not outside us, but inside our hearts. Samson's downfall came from pride and carelessness with the gifts God gave him. Yet, even in his failure, Samson found mercy. When he turned back to God, the Lord gave him strength again. The lesson is clear. God can use us even in our weakness if we return to Him. True strength is not in muscles, but in trusting God. This was the story of Samson and Delilah from the book of Judges, chapters 13 through 16. A story of strength, weakness, and the God who gives second chances. May it remind us to guard our hearts and to find our true strength in the Lord. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, like and subscribe for new videos every week. See you next week.